Now we'll be talking about horizontal signaling. We don't talk about vertical signaling. Horizontal are the one where they draw down. All these markings the way they are for ground. So vertical are the one where they stand for corner road. So we're talking about vertical signals. I read from here, general rules. Road marking are used to differentiate between different parts of the road, guide the driver, indicate lane reserved for certain category of users. You don't understand? Road markings where it is for road. Now for help, control drivers mean they know their lanes them. That means say which place for drive, which place for no drive, and then two for no, say big motor to work and have a year, small motor to work and have for year. Now you use that for road markings. We'll start with the first road marking, which is where they call and say H line. H line, the H line is the two lines at the extreme of the road. The one where they for the end and for the end, where they walk off your motorway. That be H line. I just put on so that we feel understand easy. The one a lane separator that for middle. The H line now is this one. This one. This is the H line. Right? This one and this one. These are the H lines. Are we there? Okay. Let me read. The H line, they delimit the edge of the road. On a road with two-way traffic, they are broken lines. You may cross the line to stop or park. First, before one continues, so may understand which way they talk, say it may be broken or not broken. You see the lines, now one line, they call and say solid line. Solid line. And their solid line simply tells you nativity, no overtaking. Don't cross over the solid line. Are we there? The one that is straight. The other line now, then are so. The one now, broken line. Did you get that? And broken line tell you now say you feel overtake if it's safe. Because it's always good to be safe. You can overtake. Maybe so. So when we come back now for OBA, they say this H line should be solid on a two-way road, or if it be broken on a two-way road, maybe so that you feel cross up, because if it is so, will be broken on. Motorway the come now so. The flow of traffic is like this, right? If this man needs to park or to maybe ease himself or something, what do? You go over the broken line, you park, and do whatever you want to do. Not so. But if it's solid, the solid line says what? No overtaking. You don't go over the solid line. Stay away from the solid line as much as possible. So if it's broken at the edge line, there's no way for you to cross and park now. There are places where if they want to tell you no parking, they will put only solid line there. They will not put any board. They don't put no board. They will just draw solid line. At the edge line, they put a solid line. Prohibiting you from crossing over. Right? Solid, no overtaking, means no cross the line. Broken, you feel cross the line if it be safe. So the fee use for H line, this corner line, and also the fee use either broken or solid. Are we there? Is it clear enough? Okay. Apart from the solid line, we have now what is called a mixed line. A mixed line is basically the name, a solid line and a broken line, all in the middle at the same time. The two of them in the middle here at the same time. When you see this, obey the one on your side. It's as simple as that. For example, this is our road now. If this line now here is solid, you have your broken and solid line at the same time. The driver on this side obeys the line on his own side, and the driver on this side obeys the line on his own side. This man this way cannot overtake, he has a solid line. But this man this way can overtake. That's what it simply means. Obey the one on your side. The rules of a solid or broken line, they remain the same, right? They are used for different functions. We'll get there. After we don't talk about broken line, we don't talk solid line. Good. We'll get waiting now. They recall them again. Say dissuasion line. Okay. We'll get. Okay. We'll get where they call now dissuasion line. The dissuasion line is basically a solid but broken line. Let me say dissuasion line. It's a solid but broken. Can you identify the difference? They are longer. Let me go to some statistics we have here. The broken lines, right? They're about 3. I don't know if this is meters or is this meter or millimeters? This is meter now. Yes. This one is about 3 meters, right? I mean the line itself. Then the gap between is about 10 meters. It will not fit check up, will not fit, you know, see, but if you see how your eye, you identify them. Then dissuasion line 1.33 meter. This gap, where the other one 10 meters. The gap, this gap, this gap here now. Let me change the marker. The gap in between the line, I mean where there's nothing, right? That is 10 meters. The gap, the empty space between the line is about 10 meters, right? Yes, for the broken line. Then for the line itself, right? That's it's 3 meters. The white line you will see, we are using a black, but it's white in color. Here, this line, the length is about 3 meters, right? But now for the dissuasion line is different. Let me try to draw it very well. As I talk, dissuasion line are basically now solid but broken line. Because you won't gap them close, we put solid line, they will try to break out evenly. This one better now? Okay. Then the gap between the lines for that dissuasion line will get this small, the gap now is 1.33. 1.33 now? Yes. Meters. You see that the gap here is bigger now. 10 meters, this one is 1 point. You've seen the difference? Good. Then the line itself is what? 3 meters. Same like the broken line. Not so. The only difference now is that the gap is smaller. Are we there? Yes. So the gap is smaller. What is the function of a dissuasion line? A dissuasion, when the word dissuasion means what? They are trying to convince you not to do something, but leaving you the option to choose. Not to. I feel one dissuade some person, they say, me stop for chop banana. But another talk and I say stop. I try and I say, well, the banana this so fine, fine that well, if it's feels correct for you, chop up. Right? That is what the dissuasion line does. It simply tries to dissuade you from not overtaking, but giving you the option to do it when it's safe, but do it only for what? Slow vehicles. Let me read dissuasion line. It replaces a solid line on a narrow and windy road. You are authorized to overtake slow vehicles. It replaces solid line. I'm saying basically in a solid line, the way it gets on small. Are we there? Okay. Then next line we're gonna for warning line. Warning line be made up of two things. Warning line be made up of two things: directional arrows and broken line. Now the two the join now turn warning line. Now so say WL warning line. Warning line then associate 1, 2. You almost they exactly so well, but you order now you see arrow after you go you see arrow after you go you see arrow. Now the combination for the arrow and the broken line, it make it into warning line. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
What is the function of a warning line? A warning line simply announces the end of broken line, right? And the beginning of a solid line. Are we getting it? Because you are warning, your broken line talks about the overtake. When you do for that overtaking line, you go. The next line where you go see them, now warning line. When I still that broken line, but they don't go at arrow them for so please. Those arrows are called merging arrows. They call them merging arrows. It tells you merge back to the traffic. For example, now we wrote this, right? We start with broken line. With the overtake. One is some place now. You see merging arrows. Are we getting it? The flow of traffic is like this. The man comes to the man comes. We are here. We are on this road. So when we become, we don't meet a broken line, it means we'll be free overtake, continue to go. But if you want overtake, or you never yet overtake, you see the first arrow stop, don't overtake. Because you are about to meet a solid line. Are we there? It's announcing the end of overtaking and announcing the beginning of a solid line.
So it's confusing, sir.
What?
Instead, when it is an arrow, we need to follow the arrow.
Yeah, but that's the arrow.
It's contrary.
No. You need to think. This arrow, where is it pointing?
To the right.
To the right, right?
Yes.
It concerns the broken line. Mm-hmm. When you are coming, if there is no line, what do? You can do this now.
Yes.
So this one, now that arrow is forcing you, is telling you, you must keep here, don't go anymore. So once you see it, if you are coming, you see this arrow is pointing like this now. Stay there, don't come this way anymore. It's forcing you. The line is still broken, but there are arrows there. It's called merging arrow. It's telling you, forcing you to merge left.
Or if you were overtaking.
Or if you were already overtaking, you are here, and you see the arrow, try to complete.
Before the last arrow.
Okay,
before you meet the third arrow.
Okay, I understand.
Right? If you have not started overtaking, once you see it, forget about the overtaking. It makes sense?
Yes.
We're not sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man who wan ask surveyors on dey say wetin be warning line. Una begin look me in my eye. We don talk about mixed line now. Now we'll talk now about. I feel wipe am now. Are we good here? We'll talk now about the other uses for solid and broken lines. You get wetin wey dem call am say stop line. I will try to draw some junction so that we fit comprehend the use of those lines. Let me draw an intersection. Good. We'll put two broken lines, right? That more understanding I wrote. We'll start with the first one. Stop line. Stop line na solid line across road. For example, we flow for traffic now. The one that goes so, the one that goes so. It's the same thing. Right? Now flow for traffic that for this junction. You want come, you meet up line for here. So a solid line across. Now wait till this way they call and say stop line. A wide solid line across your lane. Or across the whole road. If it's a one-way road, it will be across the whole road. But if it's a two-way road like the one we have drawn, you will see the white line directly across. That is what is called a stop line. Let me read what is there. Stop line. This is a solid white line. It indicates the place where you must stop. The key word then is must. Must. It will work in conjunction with that stop sign we have shown. It's still there. The first one zone. The stop sign. We will talk about them. Don't worry, Mr. Kevin. That stop sign basically around one way. It no be square. It no be circle. Yes, we just try to represent and we will feel representer. My own single come out, the right stop for inside. I hope some of my country people don't understand.
Yes.
The stop sign, we don't understand. It's not easy to draw that in. Okay. So this line, here and this stop sign, they are basically the same. When I talk about the stop sign, I said the stop sign will come, the one will stand for corner road. You must come to a complete, you must come to a halt. The same like the stop line. You can either meet both of them, the sign standing there, or you meet either. The two feet they play with stand, so they put stop sign again today. Because the two they have the same function. For this we picture of a book here, if you look at, you will see say the two they actually. So stop line now, the solid line now. A stop line, not so a solid line. So okay. Then now we get another one now will be broken again. That one I call that one say give way. I just represent our GW. That one a give way line. Same as this one the function. Now so two way you one can reach now, you go see broken line across your lane or across the whole road if not one way road. That's the give way. It work in conjunction with the upside down triangle. We know to way triangle way just the upside down so it empty mean no. Give way. Now only one of its kind for driving work. Even this signboard, the stop sign we know now one of a kind no. Yes. So this give way line, fee work in hand. Either you go meet up the two for the same place, or you meet up either of them. They are saying the same thing, just like the stop, right? Let me read with the right of that giveaway line. Giveaway line. This is a broken line. It indicates the limit to the priority road. Priority road, we know what way to be priority road now. Priority road means a person where you get right. Now, for this case now, so where you get your giveaway line, where is the priority road? That was one priority road. This one, right? The one they stop them because of the road na priority road. The one comes so they take me give way to the priority road because of a year. The people they work have a year so for the middle one to know that them be priority.
Indeed, I said this road and this one. Respect the right is always right.
Obviously, if you are coming from here and you are coming this way, this man coming from here is where. If you turn back this way, if you are coming here, this man coming, have you seen? You respect the right is always right. We'll get there. The way they ever fast on time, if you make a man change topic, that one a whole topic on the own. I saw that one be clear now. Another line there again. When a still broken line, the recorder one say effect line. We see na time we see traffic light. With their traffic light, I use which one? I use which side? I just put on different junction. It's visible here.
Yes.
Okay. We'll try to make this one now, make this junction go now different direction. You see the one there na straight too. Maybe so no draw only cross junction there. Yes, the one at T junction. Then one come now. Same thing we go broken line. Then you can see broken line here. That broken line. And then traffic light here. For that very place. You have your okay. You have your traffic light. You get a traffic light now. For junction where this thing dey, where traffic light dey, now for the way they use that one where they call and say effect line, it look the same like giveaway line, but now it function a different function, right? Effect line, it tell you exactly where effect for traffic light dey start. No be so. Because for if you come like from here, they say when light na red, you do you stop, right? Okay, imagine that the traffic light is right here at the junction. And you are coming from here. Now the light is red there. Does it mean that you should stand here? You have to come right here. That is why they are talking about the effect line. Are you getting it? If you come so for the road too, we consider the one saying an effect line. Your traffic light now don't be red when it should say you must stop. But you didn't arrive here. The stick come. The light is red. You have to keep coming till you get here because the effect of the red light is after those lines. It does not concern this distance going this way. It concerns after this line. So the effect line is to show from where the effect of the traffic light begins. Are we there? It shine on. But if they not draw when you come, no pass that traffic light, can't stand. If you see it from afar, it's showing red, calm there. But that's why we are talking about the effect line. It shows it delimits where the effect of the traffic light takes effect. Not so. I think, let me read again from here. Okay, effect line at the light signal. It indicates where you must stop when the light is red. Are we there? It's clear now. We don't talk about this thing. Warning line. Abitok say it's a combination of what? I know Bitok did thing for answer. I want to ask the question. No man no answer me. And when I hope then the right. Warning line is a combination of what? Broken lines and merging arrow. Merging arrows, they deal with a work, a different work on their own. But when mixed with your broken line, it becomes a warning line. Okay. Merging lane arrows. Generally, there are 3 of them. They indicate that the driver must merge right. Are we there? Are you seeing? They have drawn the same warning line, but now they are talking about the merging arrows, the merging lane arrows, right? Those merging lane arrows, they are simply telling you that you must go back to wherever you're coming from, or you must go right. For example, you can have, you can drive and you get to a certain place and a certain lane disappears where we have multiple lanes, right? Let's just try to put it this way. Our broken lines now. Then we still have our broken lines here. Then we have our edge line. This is what? 1, 2, 3. That's a 3-lane. 3-lane now, 1 traffic, 1-way traffic. All of them lead in the same direction. For example, you're up here, you are driving on this lane. We consider the lane has been long for long, not so. And at a certain point, you come and you start seeing arrows like this. Now it's not mixed in the line, right? Is it mixed in the line? This is what is called your merging arrow. It's simply trying to indicate to you that that lane on which you are is about to disappear. So once you start seeing the first arrow, merge right before you continue, because at the end there, the road will still merge. So they are announcing for you to take the appropriate measure to merge. Are you getting it? Yes. That's what's called a merging lane arrow. You find it in the middle of the lane. Let's read. Generally 3 of them. They indicate the driver must merge right. If they are within a mixed line, they warn that the broken line will become solid. We have gone through that. Overtaking must be finished before reaching the final arrow. You must not begin overtaking when reaching the first arrow. Are we there? Okay. This one they are talking about directional. Okay, no, I've gone and I was reading on that. When they are mixed, then now when they are not mixed, when they are like I've explained here, not so. On roads with more than 2 lanes, they are painted on the lane that will end. You must leave this lane as soon as possible. Are we getting the difference? When this line, this merging line, merging lane arrows are mixed within a broken line, it is a warning line, not so. But it can be found on the road on its own, telling you You must merge. Are we there? Is it clear? Now down here, directional arrows. This enables users to choose his lane according to his chosen direction. Some arrows have 2 points. This gives the choice between 2 directions. Directional arrows are simply, you still see them where roads divide. Let's say our road is coming like this and then moves this way, then continues, maybe move this way. You will find your directional arrows on the motorway, giving you options. That's our broken line now. You are coming and then you see something. Maybe you see something just like this. It means that one, the possibility is unique. You can only move in the indicated direction. Some can have 2 heads. One pointing forward, another one bending. It could take any dimension. If you look there on the drawing, we have a single one and we have a double-headed.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
The double-headed gives the option between 2 potential lanes that can be taken. Are we there? It gives the difference between 2 potential lanes. There's one that is single direction. So if you find yourself on this lane, the last lane at the end here, with a single arrow, it means that you can only go. But if you have the intention to move somewhere else, right? If you are coming and you meet this one that is pointing only one direction, it means that the only option you have is moving in a single direction. But when the arrow is split, it tells you that the road is going to be split and there's a possibility for you to either take left or take right. Are we there? So you have to know where you are going to. Right? There are roads that will come. One will lead to Ndamukong, and then another one will lead to Upstation. You intend going to Upstation, but you find yourself on the wrong lane. So once you see those directional arrows, it's already telling you that this is about approximately the time for you to pick your lane. Go to the appropriate lane for your chosen direction. Are we there?
I mean, that sometimes you can see these arrows like this and you will see maybe
you will not see any board there. These are directional arrows. Let me put some 3 points were highlighted under. After the first arrow, take up position in the correct lane for your chosen direction. It's telling you that the road is about to split. You now decide if you know you are going this way, stick this way. But if you know that you are going this way, change direction, because by the time the road will divide, there will be no way for you to go back. Are we there? By the time it divides, the first point says, after the first arrow, take up a position in the correct lane for your choosing direction. You are the one to know where you are leading to, where you are going. When 2 lane indicates the same direction, position yourself in the right hand lane. Do not change lanes once you have chosen your direction. You don't hear that talk say do not change lanes. Okay. This one they over happen for we for year at the CR mostly. We get now one-way road, but we get multiple lines for traffic, right? I try to see this roadway to go for this one here at veterinary. From here now, this road going up. Let's say this is our road. Not so. We are going this way, right? And then you get to a point. This one is going towards Old Town, right? And then this one continues straight. Sonak Street. Are we there? Okay. Normally, we are supposed to have our broken lines now. Okay. when traffic is built up, this is what happens with people, and they make traffic really heavy on drivers. That was 2 line where they ever bill and more driver bill and so. Consider this quest as vehicles. You know when traffic there way motor they form 2 lines, 3 lines on time. Voila. Now for court example for that way they talk for they say pick a lane according to your chosen direction. Okay. Let me continue tightening it. Now we get 2 lines for motor the way they go. Where they go one direction. All the traffic they go na so now. Then the one they come back na so. Okay. The man there. He replace where one go. Na for here. One go na Old Town now. Yes. Old Town. OT. Then ST. So next street. The first man here, we'll call it strong head man number 1. We motor na red. Then strong head man number 2 for down here, motor to na red. All they go so. This man they so he target na Old Town, and this man he target na Sonak Street. You understand? They walk and now all they go. Then when the man discover say the traffic for the place don't start flow. He come over the lane, he come here. The lane one start flow, he shift and so on. It makes sure as they dance to that line, so they confused. But whereas if all man way the one goes Sonak Street, in the Sonak Street now straight, all them slip for the lane. You understand? You choose your lane. By the time you want to enter the traffic, choose your lane, just enter for the line. You know, so you just go straight for Sonak Street. Man way one go on this side of Old Town, he pick the on second line to the middle place where all the go on Sonak Street. You know, so all the traffic go to make sure the one go to go, escape traffic jam go occur again. You know go occur now. But when you make sure you jump go so you did worry, you jump go so you slow traffic, you disturb the traffic. Now why they talk about these merging lines, we not get them, but not a function that when you learn from school, avoid jumping from lane to lane. It is bad. Pick a lane and stick to it. Are we there? Are we getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's very important. Let me read this point again so that you get it. When 2 lane indicates the same direction, position yourself in the right hand lane. Do not change lanes once you have chosen a direction. It disturbs a lot. Have you ever been in a car and you see somebody jumping from one lane to another? It's very annoying, right? Yes. And then they say the man not confused. Now we get where they call and say waiting lane. Oh, for we here it will always be invisible. Waiting lane. At all junctions, there's always a waiting lane, mostly on big junctions where 4 roads come together and merge, right? Like I always use our Governor Junction up there. At the Governor's Junction, it's still like a plus sign now. The road coming from downtown here, going up station, right? Now you get to a point where this one is going to the Governor's Junction, right? This is the Governor's Junction already. This one is going to the Governor's office or his Governor's mansion. This one is continuing up to Custom, right? And then this one goes to GRA, right? And it's a two-way. Let's always try to draw so that we all understand what they are talking about. Right? It's a two-way traffic. One coming up, this is the one coming from downtown. This one is going back down. Right? It's coming back this way. This one goes in this way, comes out back this way. Right? This is the Governor's Junction. That waiting lane up there is there, but it's invisible. It is like this. In some more developed countries, there are markings. They actually mark them, right? This now is giving you the possibility, if you are coming up, let's say you intend going to GRA, right? And you're coming. You're coming from here, right? No, let me use red. You're coming from here. Your intention is going to GRA. So what are you going to do? You will take your car and bring your car here, in the middle here, right? Waiting for your opportunity to go up, right? But now waiting here, what happens? You have not disturbed the flow of traffic going down, right? And then you have not disturbed the flow of traffic going up. It's a temporary place where you can wait, so that maybe there's a car coming down. You cannot go with the car. The two of you will meet now. So you wait here, the car goes down, and then you turn. That's what it's called waiting lane. Let me read what is written here. In the middle of the road, this allows you to change direction without obstructing other users. It contains directional arrows. Are we there? It permits you to wait, and you can change your directions, and you will not obstruct traffic. Is it clear? It be very clear now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In reality, the place, if you picture it, looks funny to be standing there. I mean, this particular example.
It doesn't look funny. I've been stopping there every day.
Okay.
Mr. Kebe.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yes. When you come, you must wait. If a car is coming down, will you just cut in front of the car? You shift to the centermost part of the road and wait. You wait, let the car pass, and then you pass without obstructing traffic, because they are climbing a hill. They need to keep going. They cannot come and stand beside you, behind you, and be waiting for you to wait till this car pass before you. So you must always shift towards the center. That's why the junction is bigger, and wait a couple of seconds in the middle there for traffic to pass, and then your opening comes and you move. Very simple. Imagine that you are coming here, another car is coming here, you come and stand here. It's a problem now. Whereas when you shift towards the centermost part of the road and wait, this man can pass. Meanwhile, there's an opening under here where the other vehicles can move forward. That's what it's called a waiting lane. Are we there? Pedestrian crossing. It's very simple now. That's why it's basic now. It's just zebra lines across the road that permits pedestrian to cross. Are we there? Just a series of zebra lines across the road to permit pedestrians to cross. Let me read what is written here. Pedestrian crossing. This is shown by white bands across the road. It may be raised. Do not stop or park there. Stop and give way to any pedestrian that is already crossing, right? It may be raised. May be raised means what? That they can build it like a speed bump, because they actually use it at times like speed brakes, right? Like speed brakes. If you see on the road where there's a raised pedestrian crossing, this is how it is represented. We have our normal pedestrian crossing signal now, like this, without our bonbon park, lollipop man. That's like this now. With the signal there, not so. That's the pedestrian crossing, not so. Now, when it is raised, how is it indicated? You have now an additional information plate or informative plate that is added under here, under the board, right? And then a speed bump will be drawn there. We know how our speed bump is represented now. Speed brake. That sign for speed brake, they will draw it and add it under the pedestrian, the warning for the pedestrian crossing. They add it under. So you have two plates there, the pedestrian crossing and the speed bump, meaning that the pedestrian crossing is raised. It has two functions. It functions as a speed break and functions as a pedestrian crossing. So when they say it may be raised there, know that if it's raised, you will see it like this. There will be two signs. If it's just a simple flat one, you have only one, not so. Lane for slow vehicles. Lane for slow vehicles. Let me read what is written there. This is an extra lane to the right of the road. Generally, uphill roads. They are mandatory for vehicle driving at 60 kilometers or less. All these heavy loads. Yes, all these heavy loads. We have one at after the monument. See this monument now, the one that was built up at station. When you pass that petrol station and you want to start climbing, you discover that the road on this side is bigger than the one on this side because it's a climb. They have permitted the heavy trucks to use the left-hand side to climb. So overtaking them, you instead move to the right. On the fast lane, then we call that one the slow lane. Lane for slow vehicles. It is always attached and it goes up and then it disappears back again. It's just a wide junction. Let's say this is the road going up, right? You have now a solid line on this side of the road, a solid line demarcating. Then you have broken lines, right? And it's at a certain point at the peak of the hill, you see it starting from the corner. Meaning that if all of you were coming like this, the slow truck is going to shift and be walking here, and then you come and follow this path. No car from this side can overtake. They demarcate their side with a solid line because they are descending. So even a heavy truck that is going downhill is faster than the one that is going uphill. So they always demarcate. If you're climbing, anytime you pass this the monument at up station where you're going up, always be careful about the markings. You will see it's there because it's a uphill situation. Bus stop, because we are still on horizontal markings, because these are markings that are found on the motorway, right? It's not signs that are standing. We're already done with the vertical signs. Now these are horizontal. It means they are on the floor. Bus stops generally are you see by the side of the road. Sorry, dry season. By the side of the road, you will see a small bend. They always give a small gap, bring it back, and then move. Then the road goes this way. You have your broken line. Right? At a certain point there, you see a yellow zigzag line. Something like this. At the side of the road. That is a place reserved for buses. It's a bus stop. If it's not like this, with yellow, to be precise, it's always in yellow. If it's not with the zigzag form, right, you will see, is there anything there? It's not even indicated. You will see there like this. Very simple. It is not for taxis. It is not for anybody. It's reserved for buses. Let me try to read what is written there. Bus stop. This area is shown by a yellow zigzag line. Do not stop or park in this area. As simple as that. For all vehicles. It's reserved only for bus. Emergency stopping lane. As the name goes, emergency stopping lane. This is shown by a red and white checkered pattern on the lane. During long descents, It enables vehicles with brake failure to stop. Vehicles with brake failure to stop. By the side of the road, zebra check. You know how the lines of a zebra are now? Yeah, but now red and white mixed together. A patch of the road part by the roadside. That's your emergency stopping lane. We have now what is called the zebras. Let me read what is there. White marks or hatchings are painted on the part of the road. They replace the central reservation. Do not drive there. Do not stop or park there. Do we know what our central reservation is before we proceed? Who can help? We've been through this. Yes.
Central reservation is just
Volume.
the central reservation is just something that is there to separate one commercial lane.
Good. That's a very good example of a central reservation. Central reservations are built, at times there are rails.
Sometimes they are not there.
If it's not there, then it's not there. You find them on multiple lane roads. There's this middle part that is either built, right, high. Then you can have electric poles there. Not all. The traffic flow is like this: 2 lane, 2 lane going up, 2 lane coming down. Are we there? The central reservation is this place that they have built in the middle here. Like in Commercial Avenue, all those places where you have electric poles. In Santa, when you are going, you see they have built it in the middle. In the middle, they built it. When you are walking, you see the middle, they have built it. At times, they use this metal rail, these guard rails, and put it in the middle. That's the central reservation, right? But now, there are times that these central reservations are now what they call about the zebras. They did not build it. They just draw it. Are we there? You get to a roundabout or a junction. You get to a roundabout or a junction and you see something like this. Right? Drawn on the floor. Not built, eh? Have you seen this Awangeng Junction? Have you seen all those places that are built? That is what is called a central reservation. It's built. But now we are talking now about zebras. Zebras, white marks or hatchings are painted on part of the road. They replace a central reservation. This one now, instead of building it like they have built this Ngeng Junction, they instead just draw it with white paint and then cross the zebras across. It replaced the central reservation. Don't climb on it. Obey it. If you are coming like this, make the turns appropriately as you should do without climbing on them. Right? Are we there?
Yes, sir.
As simple as that. Any questions about our horizontal markings or signalings? Any doubt, any worries, or do you need any clarification? I hope we are catching up also on the other end of the line. We are here. You can put your comments under. There's a number that appears on the screen. You can get to us there for more information, or you put your comments and tell us topics on which we can we can talk or deliberate on. So always stay tuned.